welcome to another edition, folks, of Good Morning Grenada here on K105. We're also live via GBN TV. Our social media platforms. Let's say good morning to those of you via Facebook. Good morning. Don't forget to share the live. Those of you also viewing via YouTube. Good morning to you. Let's say good morning to the entire trial this morning. Hope all is well with everyone this morning. Whatever you're up to, certainly hope it's of a positive nature. Certainly going to let that carry through for the entire day today, right? Hold on to that particular positive vibe that you're flowing with. Let me go over and say good morning to my bro. Hope he's all geared up and ready for me. Let me say good morning to Gary. Gary, good morning. How you doing? Doesn't seem like he's ready for me as yet anyway, so probably going to get back to him shortly. We're rolling on here. It's Good Morning Grenada, and let's continue to take you through this morning. Let's get inside with our word of the day for today. And the word of the day for today is palatable. And that's word of the day for today, palatable. And let's kick it off this morning. And what is the meaning? Palatable can be agreeable to one's sense of taste, or agreeable to acceptable to the mind. The soup was too bland for my taste, so I added some salt and some pepper to make it palatable, if you can say it that way. And those who are afraid of flying often consider traveling by train as a palatable alternative. All right, so that's the word of the day, and you could put it in context. He felt the applicant, yes, he felt the applicant who made the proposal as palatable to the board as possible, and fear that the other potential users of the property, such as the commercial businesses or restaurants, could have higher traffic volumes. All right, so I was just putting the word there, palatable, in context there for you. So that's was your word of the day here on Good Morning. Hey, nice to have you, man. I thought you ran out on me there for some reason or the other. I was
having something to eat, which was very palatable.
Yeah, man. I see you sitting in your living room this morning, man. That's all good. That's all good. You're moving around. Seem like
I'm going to make the switch to my studio in a while, but like I said, I was munching a little bit this morning.
All right, man. I thought you'd change studios and just say, hey, what wife? He showed you that he means studio and put you in the next one.
I didn't have time to make my way to the studio, so on the next break. Probably after the news.
All right, man.
Make that switch.
It's all good. It's all good. Hey, let's get into. I'm doing all right.
Well, time's against us, so let's roll.
Let's get into our fall of the day, which I'll allow you to take care of this morning.
Yeah, thought of the day. If you close your eyes to facts, you will learn through accidents. It's an old African proverb, and let's get into the meaning of that. What it simply means, it was Helen Keller, a great woman born blind. She once said, "The worst calamity is to have eyes and still fail to see."
Wow.
Now, life is full of facts and fiction. All right? For fictions, we may choose to ignore and suffer little or no consequence for them. But for facts, guess what? We cannot afford to close our eyes, all right? We can't afford to close our eyes to facts, all right? So remember that. Faith does not ignore facts. For those who might say, well, I have faith. All right? Faith does not ignore facts or reality. Faith acknowledges facts, but sees beyond the facts. So open your eyes and ears to the truth and close them to deception and distraction, and you will save yourself from many accidents. All right? Don't live in denial, friends.
Hey, I like that part. Faith does not ignore facts or reality.
There you go.
That's something to ponder upon there, man. Hey, we're moving on. It's Good Morning Grenada. We're going to get into a Did You Know segment, and we're coming back with, of course, with our health tip for this morning. Let's get into our Did You Know segment this morning. Hey, don't forget, we also have the riddle coming up. Stick around for that. Hey, did you know that rats multiply so quickly that in 18 months, 2 rats could have over 1 million descendants? If you didn't know, now you know.
No, you know.
Yeah.
No, you know.
Think about that, yeah?
Think about that.
So when you see those little rodents running around your house there and you're thinking, I just have one, you just...
In fact, it is said here that rat reach sexual maturity after 9 weeks, you know.
Oh, really?
Meaning, that a population can swell from 2 rats to around 1,200 rats in 1 year.
Wow, man.
With the potential to grow exponentially.
Man. Get worried about that.
Dirty creatures, man. Whoever invented a rat.
Guys, have you ever seen those little things running around your house? You probably said those little traps, you caught one. And then in a couple of days, there's another, and you probably put those little traps down again, you cut it, and then there's another, and man.
Tell me about it.
Man, those things, you know.
Is rat good for anything?
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing
I mean,
but
we hate snakes, but we know snakes is good for something. What is rat good for?
That's something to ponder upon there, you know, Gary. Because you may have a snake around, or snakes around, they may get rid of the rats. Not so?
Yeah, exactly.
What do rat feed on? Nothing. What
is rat good for?
What are they good for anyway? You know,
we have a lot of rats in human forms living around. Let's move on.
They serve no real purpose. You understand? Anyway, let me not get into that this morning. Good morning, anyway. Let's get into a health tip this morning. You know, a health tip comes to compliments Mitchell's Health and the Wellness Pharmacy, where your family's health is our business. Get into the health tip, Gary. Let's hear what the health tip is about this morning.
Health tip this morning speaks about how you can lift. You know, a lot of people in probably doing little chores in and around the house, they ignore the basic about lifting objects. All right, don't, because you can. I damaged my arm string. All right, some years ago. So don't let that be you, my friends. All right. Understand there are rules when it comes to lifting, especially heavy object. Now, what you want to do is keep a wide base of support. Your feet should be shoulder width apart, with one foot slightly ahead of the other, like a karate stance, if you've done karate before. All right. Squat down, bending at the hips and knees only. Keep good posture. Look straight ahead. Slowly lift by, straightening your hips and knees, not your back. Hold the load as close to your body as possible. Now use your feet to change direction, taking small steps. Now lead with your hips as you change direction. Keep your shoulders in line with your hips as you move. And finally, sit down. Your load carefully, squatting with the knees and hips only. I hope this serves as something informative to you this morning.
Yeah.
All right?
You know, Gary, there's a simple summary for this. Practice brings a level of perfection. So if you practice, ways of lifting with lighter loads, and you practice, because a lot of folks are damaging themselves. We all have come short of that. You just bend down and you pick up something. You understand? And not posturing yourself properly. Not posturing yourself properly to raise load, and you end up with back pains and damaging your muscles and strains and stuff like that. And the end result, what it happens over time. All right, when you continually doing that, what it leads to. So practice.
Yeah, that could lead to permanent damage.
I know, right? I know.
So don't. Like I said, I damaged my hamstring a few months ago, and it was not pretty. I actually heard a snap.
Oh man,
I know. When I heard that, it was the scariest moment ever.
Anyway, man, let's get set for a riddle this morning, and time is flowing lovely with us this morning. Of course, our riddle come to you as always. Compliments the folks of Sleepy Dappers, all natural, all organic for your baby's total comfort and protection. Sleepy Dappers, always for better. And the riddle this morning, Gary, let me see if I could throw it out this morning, and then the smutty pants. Folks, you know the drift. You send us a voice notes. If you're letting your son or daughter, of course, respond to the riddle this morning, send us a picture also via WhatsApp, and we'll, of course, parade them via the TV this morning. If you're an adult and you want to participate, we have no problem with that also. What can you hold in your left hand and not in your right hand? Let me get that right. No, I think I messed up there a bit. What can you hold in your left hand and not in your right? All right. I think I've said it the way it should be said there. All right. That's a riddle this morning. What can you hold in your left hand and not in your right? All right. That's the riddle there. Let's see who will come up with the answer this morning. And of course, we will show the answer just a little after 7 a.m. this morning when we come back in the second segment. Hey, Gary, moving up exactly, make that 16 minutes before the top of the hour this morning. And it's time for us to get set for the AM edition of news here on the Classic 105, also Hot 98. There's also rebroadcast of news via GBN TV. The news is next here on K105, all part of Good Morning Grenada.
Welcome to Network News. First up this evening, employees at the Grenada Industrial Development Corporation are once again on the picket line as the 5% salary increase offer for 3 years cumulatively has been rejected. Details in this Chrislina John report.
Public Relations Officer of the Public Workers Union, Daisy Hazard, says the present situation at the Grenada Investment Development Corporation could hinder Grenada's foreign investment opportunities. She was speaking in light of industrial action taken by 8 workers of the GIDC in relation to pay increases over a 3-year period. The GIDC employees first took protest action on March 1st after they were offered a 0% increase for the period 2018 to present.
So we are here and we are appealing to management, to the ministry, to the government of Grenada, the Minister of Finance, Mr. Gregory Bowen, to get this matter resolved. Because as long as this matter is not resolved, development, you have investors, you have people willing to invest money and to do business in Grenada, and they are now complaining that what they're doing, what they have to do that involves the GIDC is taking too long. And we understand that. We hear they plea and they cry. And we certainly would not want Grenada to have a reputation of a country where people are coming here to spend their money, to invest in Grenada, and they have difficulty doing business.
President of the PWU, Brian Grimes, says following negotiations, the 5% offer does not take into consideration the increase in the price of commodities.
Sent a letter on the 10th stating for us to come back to the table on the 16th. And when we went back to the table, they provided an offer that was basically 5% cumulative for all the years involved. But we know that is not enough. That certainly is not enough based on what's happening in our country at the present time. The workers, the 8 workers at GIDC, 90-something% of which are women, deserve a lot better than this offer that has been placed on the table.
Standing in solidarity with employees was President of the Trade Union Council, Andrew Lewis, who said there is no need for further escalation of this matter if the board does what is right.
I was certainly under the impression that that matter would be resolved already. One could never have expected that the company would offer 5% over a 3-year period, especially in this particular period. I'm confident that the cause is just. I'm confident that the population would understand the cause. And I'm also confident that the people who head the board of directors of the GIDC is fully aware that the workers' cause is a just cause.
PRO Hazard says they are prepared to negotiate to arrive at a compromise. Labour Commissioner Cyrus Griffith told the GBN news desk he is not aware of this situation and so cannot speak to it. GBN was told Chief Executive Officer at a GIDC, Ronald Theodore, was not available.
We deserve better! GIDC, we deserve better!
Chrislina John, GBN News.
The laying off of one employee at the Consolidated Contractors Company at Martin Hartman Quarry last Friday has affected production on Monday. Other workers downed their tools as a show of solidarity as the now terminated employee seeks answers. Chrislina John has this story.
Clement Phillips says he has been an employee with the previous Consolidated Contractors Company, CCC, for 3 years. When the company changed hands, he was employed on a 3-month contract as a loader operator from February 11th to May 11th, 2020. That contract, according to him, expired almost 2 years ago and has not been renewed. However, he remained an employee with the company for more than a year. However, last Friday, he was presented a termination letter.
We had clamoring for that contract for a long time now, right? And they didn't forthcoming with this contract. So in other words, we keep on working for years and months without a contract. You see, so Friday, I received a letter Friday afternoon, about 3 o'clock. I received a letter stating that, the subject of the letter is termination letter without cause. You see, so in other words, I find it was funny. In other words, how you could terminate somebody without cause.
The machine operator says he did not receive any notice of his termination and was only given 1 month's pay in lieu.
And I had spoke to some of the workers who was on the compound at the time, and the workers was kind of disgruntled and said that if they could just fire me with just a letter without cause, then that could happen to anyone. So in other words, they decided was to take some industrial action this morning. Nobody want to say what did I do, in other words, to receive this kind of termination.
Philip says there is much to be looked into as workers are operating in an unsafe environment. He hopes this will be an eye-opener on what needs to be addressed.
I think that the action that the workers take today, in other words, to get some answers, right? And then for me, there is things that I think that the company should put in place, for the benefit of the workers, because then they are working in kind of the condition that they're working in, and the condition they're working under, they don't have no information about if they have any security, on the job, and the health situation down there is very, very disturbing.
GBN visited the quarry site on Monday. However, no one from the company was willing to speak to the news crew on the matter. Labour Commissioner Cyrus Griffith, when contacted, said a meeting is scheduled for Wednesday of this week at 9 a.m. and he couldn't address the matter any further. In an unrelated story, GBN is also following developments on another work site where workers have also reportedly downed tools following the firing of 5 of their colleagues. The news team is still gathering the facts on the issue and will bring you this story as information comes to hand. Christina John, GBN News.
Grenada's National Stadium was the venue for the West Indies to seal victory against England in the Apex Test Series and claim the Richard Botham Trophy. Rena Pierre-Thomas tells us more about the excitement when the win was sealed.
The National Cricket Stadium was buzzing with activities as West Indies cricket fans celebrated victory on Sunday after the regional side defeating England by 10 wickets on the 4th day of the final Apex Test match to secure the Richards Botham Trophy. Victory seems almost certain for the home side overnight after day 3 facing a tiny target of 28 to win the match and the series. The win for West Indies means they are unbeaten against England in the last 4 series on home ground. With England's victory in 2004, their only series win in Caribbean conditions since 1968. West Indies fan Buren Bubb and Neil Matheson, who were at the National Stadium, gave their impressions of the game.
I think the test match was a very good match, a very good display of cricket by both teams. I think they may have some little disagreements where they thought they would have been able to do better, but I think from the perspective of the fans, from the perspective of everybody who came in to watch a match, I think it was thoroughly enjoyed and a very good display of cricket.
Amazing feeling. I mean, this is not a feeling, this is a reality. Yeah, feeling is something that you always want, yeah? But now that you're here, I'm here, we are here, living the reality of cricket back in stadium. It's amazing. I should have brought the older karaoke down, yeah?
England's hopes of scrambling to a supposedly defendable total were daunted on the third day, and the innings quickly wrapped up. English fan Tom gave his thoughts on his team's performance.
To the first two tests, and nothing compares to what I've experienced here in Grenada. To the first two tests, and nothing compares to what I've experienced here in Grenada. This is by far the best island I've been to. And my first experience of the Caribbean in this, I've done a few islands before, but Grenada by far is the best.
Former West Indies cricketer Grenada's Devon Smith, who was also at the stadium to support the team, gave his impression of the game and the performance of the Silver.
I think it's a good team effort. They draw the first two, and it's very important that they finish the series on a high. And then so far so good, we're on top. I think we need 28 or 29 runs to win. Couldn't ask for a better performance than that. I think it's a good performance. It's a really it's a hard fighter, as everybody can see. He really work hard on his game, and to see come out here and score 100, it's a very good performance by him.
Joshua Da Silva was named player of the match thanks to his remarkable and match-defining century in the West Indies' first innings. And captain Craig Brathwaite was named player of the season after his record-breaking 160 in the second test and 2 future half-century in the series. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
The police were kept busy over the weekend responding to a number of incidents, including a chopping that has left one man hospitalized. Blossom Alexis Welsh has more.
Assistant Superintendent in charge of the Community Relations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, Desmond Richards, has confirmed that one partially decomposed female body was found in the community of Belmont St. George over the weekend. The body is believed to be that of a lone home occupant who is yet to be publicly identified. ASP Richards also spoke to GBN about a chopping incident in La Porterie St. Andrew, which has left a man believed to be in his 60s nursing chop wounds to his head and other parts of his body at the General Hospital.
The Grenada Police have received reports of a chopping in La Porterie, St. Andrews, over the weekend. As it stands now, one individual, if I remember clearly, I think it's a 60-something-year-old man is nursing some injury and at the hospital as we speak. He's in stable condition. He got 2 chops to his head. He's in stable condition, as the last report that I had. And the other one man is assisting police with the investigation. Not yet charged, but he's assisting with that investigation in terms of that chopping. We also can confirm that of a sudden death in Belmont, where a female decomposed body was found. Again, of course, it's early, so an investigation has been launched into, verifying the cause of death as well.
Police also completed an autopsy on the partially decomposed body found 11 days ago at Parade St. George. Despite this, the RGPF is yet to officially confirm the identity of the body due to its state of decomposition. Lillian Chance is convinced that it is her husband, Raphael Chance, who went missing 8 days before the discovery, not too far from the body was found. ASP Richards also highlights a few serious incidents that occurred over the weekend.
And over the weekend to this morning, we would have received reports of 3 serious accidents. Well, there was accidents, but 3 serious. One occurred yesterday in Subi, St. Andrews, where a vehicle have run off the road and damaged 2 other vehicles, as you understand, and also some of the passengers, 3 persons in the vehicle got injured. We also had one in Lagoon Road yesterday, a vehicle turnover as well. And there are 3 passengers as well that received minor injuries. And this morning, we had reports where there was a vehicular pedestrian accident in Confor as Calvary, St. George's this morning.
Members of the fire department of the RGPF were also called to duty in response to a fire in an abandoned building in the south of the island. An investigation is ongoing into the matter to find out the cause of the blaze. Blossom Alexis Welsh, GBN News.
GBN brings to you yet another story of a young individual who rises against all challenges despite his disability and is now incorporated into the world of work. Rena Pierre-Thomas tells us more.
Travis Alexander is a young man who is described as loving, caring, polite, and hardworking by all his co-workers at Mount Pure Natural Mineral Water, despite being diagnosed with chromosome disorder or Down syndrome at an early age. The 29-year-old was trained by the Grenada National Council of the Disabled for the world of work and has been an employee at Mount Pure for more than a year. Hilary Gabriel, coordinator at GNCD, explained that inclusion is important to the organization as their goal is to help differently abled persons have a better quality of life. She is grateful to businesses such as Mount Pure for giving people with disabilities such opportunities.
From the office end, we make sure that when they come, they know you have a job, you have to be there for 8, try and be there by 7:45, 5 to 8 for the latest. And I must say that Travis picked that up. We also taught them that they must learn to work as a team and obey instructions and have respect. So I'm really happy. We have a long way to go, but I'm really happy that what we have taught you, Travis, we're seeing the fruits now.
Rolanda McQueen, owner and manager of Mount Pure, says Alexander is a third person with a challenge that has been hired by her company. She said people with disabilities hold a special place in their hearts, and providing this opportunity is a great joy.
There is nothing wrong. I have a daughter that is severely deaf, and I know by allowing these children into the mainstream, the confidence it can give them comes some time. He followed the rules. If he goes for his lunch hour, he does not take extra lunch hour. He just the type of people anybody would want to have in their company. You know, as I said, if there was 10 more Travises, I would have taken them on immediately.
Ms. McQueen also commended GNCD for instilling good work values in their members.
I must compliment Ms. Gabriel. You guys have done a fantastic job, because I've had people that has come in from other training facilities, and the standard of Travis training, there is, with a young man that has difficulty, there is no comparison.
Travis highlighted some of his duties at his place of work.
Help with serving, because that's to do boxes or do water to help, because upload trucks, because upload to help them, because that's to move and trucks himself.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pierre-Thomas reporting.
And now we turn our attention to what's been creating a buzz on social media. Rena Pierre-Thomas has been looking around the platforms.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter, as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz Report.
A reminder was recently issued to members of the public that gambling remains illegal in Grenada. GBN brought this story, and you, our online audience, took to the comment section to air your views. Harris said gambling being legalized only until 2014 shows that Grenada really needs to keep up with the times. Certain laws that are still in place are outdated. Smith commented, "Oh really? Well, I say it have a whole and proper gambling addiction problem in this nation. It might be even worse than the alcohol one." Mary wrote, "I don't agree with the law at all. Wake up Grenada, it's 2022. Frederick commented, "That's not making any sense at all." Peters commented, "Gambling is always gambling and remains just that. We have casinos, right? Are there doctors' offices?" And finally, Bernard is asking, "So let's get it straight. If betting is gambling and gambling is illegal, it simply means that all those lotto places set up throughout the country are illegal. Therefore, are the powers that be saying to our civilized world that some form of gambling are illegal while others are not? That's a wrap for tonight's Buzz. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
The Public Workers Union has been the voice of many employees. Members of the Public Workers Union will have an opportunity on Tuesday to voice their concerns and hear what the union has been doing on behalf of workers. That's according to PRO Daisy Hazard. PWU will be holding its 91st annual general meeting at its headquarters at Port Highway 10 St. George.
We are appealing to you workers, come on down to the Union Hall for the AGM. Come with your concerns, come with your questions, come to review your board, come to question your council and to find out from us what we've been doing for this year on your behalf. It is your building, it is your AGM. As you can see today, the power of union is in collective strength, and so we're just appealing to members to come out. Those of you who are coming from the outer parishes, St. Andrew, St. Patrick, there are buses being provided for you. Just contact the Union Hall or contact any member of the executive or anybody, any shop steward to find out what these arrangements are.
The meeting begins at 2:30. The annual general meeting will be held under the theme Empowering, Protecting, and Championing labor rights in a time of uncertainty for present and future generations.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
In the background until we make that connection once again. Oh, we have made the connection. Welcome back, folks. Good morning to wherever you're at this morning, whatever you're up to. Thanks for being with us once again. It's Good Morning Grenada. Let's say good morning to viewers this morning who are viewing via GBN TV. Good morning. Those of you who are viewing via our social media platforms, whether it's Facebook, Shitty Live, right? Or those of you who are viewing via the YouTube channel, good morning to you. Thanks for being with us once again. Let's go over to my bro Gary and say good morning. Gary, good morning. What are you up to? Thinks Gary still has a break on his side over there at Hot 98. Pretty soon we roll back with him. So, folks, I have, of course, take a peek at the answers per se for the riddle. I'm seeing loads of folks have chimed in on it already, and we're going to show those answers out. There's lots who have participated this morning. Probably it was just one of those easy ones, Gary, for some reason or the other. You know, folks, one of those easy ones. Yeah. So let's see what's up with the answers this morning before we do anything else. Let's take a peek at the answers. So I got a couple of voice notes, a couple of written responses also for the riddle this morning. Let's take a couple of them and see what it's like this morning.
We have any pictures this morning?
Yeah, we do have a couple of pictures. Well enough. A lot of youngsters has chimed in this morning, as well as adults, and we're going to parade them all this morning. So let's get into the this individual through their response in very early. This was the first response I saw came in. Let's take a listen up.
Good morning. The answer is your right elbow. This is Adielet speaking.
All right. So that's, is it Cynthia Lett that she gave that answer there? I mean, I want to see if she's correct as yet. We're going to just let everybody know. Let's see this response also.
My name is Ronald Eno, and the answer is your right elbow.
All right, little Rondell there chipping in, Gary. Let's see who else has chipped in via voice note this morning. Who else has chipped in via voice note this morning? Let me see. Not much other responses. Yeah, I think there's another one. Yeah, that's right.
Good morning, my name is Moisha Pascal, and the answer is the right elbow.
So we see Moisha Pascal popping in. There always seems to be participating. And Gary, with all the response we have, most of the others are written, and I think the answers that most have given so far is that they are correct. The answer is your elbow. Yeah, not so. Are we correct about that?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Congratulations, guys. I mean, You guys participate all the time, some more than others, but we appreciate it. You all are correct. Apparently, I thought I was making the riddles difficult this morning, but I was proven not.
There's a lot of smart people out there, Gary. Youngsters as well as smart people out there who of course, take the time out to think. Someone mentioned with us a couple of weeks ago, hey, I don't Google the answer, I like to think, and I like that. So,
I hope that most people don't do that. It's my hope.
Yeah, folks, take some time. The world is so easy these days that, getting answers to things at a glance. You could Google it and find it out in an instant. But when you take the time to ponder a thing, give your brain some work to do sometimes. You understand? Give it some work to do. Because, get all clogged up there. I guess Master Control would parade some of the youngsters who participated this morning, did forward those pictures over for them, and let's see how it rolls.
Congratulations
guys. Once, especially the youngsters who have participated. Yeah, and we're certainly happy that you were able to participate. I haven't seen Master Control throw them up as yet, but I guess there's some issues with it, maybe. So once again, don't forget, it's Good Morning Grenada, G squared. It's a while I haven't said that. GT and the Gary, folks. Don't forget the number you could always participate via 435-2041. Yes, and I'm seeing those pictures are rolling over the screen. Those are the folks who participated, especially the youngsters. Good morning, and thanks so much for participating. All right? Have yourselves a great day.
Good stuff, man.
Yep. Gary, moving on. Get ready for June 4th, 2022. Monrouge playing field, folks. It's King of the Grill. Get ready for that, Gary. And what's the feedback you've been getting, Gary? I guess over on the hot side of things, and you do mention that over there. Folks eagerly...
of course, people are geared up. People already started dreaming about, dipping deep inside some succulent barbecue. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I know.
That's what it's about.
Well, when the day comes around, on that particular day, you will diverge and get yourself into whatever suits you. Whether you like the chicken or the pork or the fish or whatever, they will be, of course, having prepared. You will get into that. All right. So, folks, get ready.
I tell you, it's going to be a fun moment.
Yep.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to just hang out, meet some people, chit chat a little bit. Maybe if they have some grilled plants and vegetables, I might indulge a little bit.
You never know. You never know what you might just jump into, Gary. You just never know. You might just say, let me just break the habit for an hour or two, and then, I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding, and I'm trying to...
Somebody grill some watermelon for me now. Watermelon can be grilled, eh?
I'm not trying to get you all your mind out of your trend of life, so I'm just playing around this morning. Don't worry about it, man. We're expecting one cruise ship in today. That's the... Marilla Discovery. That's a lone cruise ship with us today, being the 29th day of March, and it has a capacity of 1,350 passengers on board, with a crew of just about 520. So that's a lone cruise ship will be with us today. Certainly hope the visitors will enjoy themselves to the max. Those of you who, of course, socialize with the visitors a wee bit, show them the love, show them that Grenadian hospitality. All right, make them always say every time they book a cruise, they would to make sure they ask the whoever is the agent to say, hey, is that particular cruise ship going to the Spice Isle? All right, so make them feel happy while they're here and appreciate it a whole lot. All right.
Man. Welcome to the Spice Isle.
Yeah, I was actually viewing TV last night, and I saw one of the individuals who actually came for the cricket saying, in all the islands that he have been to, I hope he just know what, I don't think he was just saying this for the saying sake. He said Grenada is the best place he has been. You understand? And this is the best.
Bless your heart.
This is the best he has been to it, and visiting all the other islands for cricket. He said, man, Grenada is the best. So, hey, thumbs up once again for the Spice Isle affair. Hey, Gary, moving on this morning, lots to talk about. I see there's a missing person. I haven't heard about it. I'm just noticing that there this morning. Oh, that. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, it seems like this trend is continuing. So police right now is seeking the assistance of the general public in locating Janilla, Standards Clause, 15 years, student of Mount Rich, St. Patrick. Now, Janella left home on Wednesday, the 23rd of March, 2022 at about 7:30 a.m. and has not returned since. She's about 5 feet 3 inches in height, slim built, and brown in complexion.
Only 15 years old, and since the 23rd. Where could she be at? I'm not sure. Well, certainly hope this information gets out. Anyone know her whereabouts, get in contact with the nearest police station and share the information. So I'm assuming her parents are that worried about her. All right?
Well, get back home, Janilla. Your parents and family members love you.
Yeah. And hope this little bit of conversation will take place, and we'll find out what's the reason or reason why she left and haven't returned since. Man, every week it seems to be that making the news a whole lot, Gary. So sad that has to happen. It's Good Morning Grenada. It's 15 minutes after the hour this morning on Good Morning Grenada. And we due for a break, Gary. Let's take that break, and when we come back, we get into the Celebrations Club, and we certainly will share more information with the viewing and listening public out there. We're coming right back.
Physical violence, threats, controlling behavior, and being disrespectful are no-nos in any relationship. Parenting together after a breakup can be difficult, but always speak and behave in ways you would want your children to speak and act. You cannot control what your ex-partner does, but you can control how you choose to respond to your ex and what behaviors you display to your children. Parents, display behaviors you will want your children to learn. A respectful child begins with you. Step up your parenting game. My family matters.
Join GBN Television and K105 FM on March 22nd and 29th from 8 p.m. for the Antillean Life Health Forum, a new focus on health, a collective approach, made possible by Antillean Life Insurance, Spice Isle Imaging Center, Gittins Healthcare, Grenada Planned Parenthood Association, Grenada Paper Products, Hubbard's Motor Department, 7 Seas, and the Grenville Credit Union.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
So we're back live here on Good Morning Grenada. We also live via GBN TV. We should be heading back to Gary over there at Hot 98 this morning. It's G Square GTN. Gary, we're getting set for the Celebrations Club this morning here on Good Morning Grenada. Let's see who's celebrating today. Let's pop into the list and say good morning to all who is celebrating today. If it's your birthday, good morning and happy birthday to you. Let me see who's topping off my list this morning. Let me say good morning to Zachary Ventura. Good morning to you, Alpha Baltazar. Good morning and happy birthday. Actually, Zachary is 16 years old today. And greetings going out to him this morning from his mom, Ambika, his dad, and other family members and friends, wishing him a happy birthday. Let's say good morning to Jessie Ann Foray of Lower Capital. Good morning, happy birthday, greetings going out to you. Nilon James Joseph of Adelphi. Good morning and happy birthday also. Let's say good morning to Gloria Gittins of Belmont. Good morning, happy birthday. Martha Chateau of Chapel Road, Grenville. Good morning and happy birthday. Samantha Pierre Medford of Adelphi. Good morning and happy birthday to you also. Let's say good morning to Shirley Francis John, also known as Tanty Shirley. Good morning, happy birthday to you. She's, of course, resides in the parish of St. Patrick. Yeah, that's on Main Street in Satis, right? Good morning, happy birthday. Let's say good morning to Thomas Matthew, aka Tommy of Satis. Good morning, happy birthday. Let's say good morning to Easton Alexander. Yes, of Brush Grove. Good morning, happy birthday. Kenisha Bain, good morning to you also. What about Randolph Mitchell of Mount Horn? Good morning to you and happy birthday. Donna Joseph of Sobeys, how are you this morning? Happy birthday. Keisha Clovey of Victoria St. Mark, how are you doing this morning? Happy birthday from Mommy Lynette, wishing you a great day. Let's say good morning to Paul Sylvester of Sobeys. He's also celebrating. Alex Wells of Post Royal, good morning. Now resides in a sister Isle. Good morning to him this morning from his mom, Sherlyn, wishing him a happy birthday. Let's say good morning to Sonia Fedrick of Douglaston. How you doing? Happy birthday. Pearl Joseph of Caliste. Good morning and happy birthday. Christelle Baldio of Cloget. Good morning and happy birthday to you. What about Harold Nicholas? Good morning and happy birthday of Chantamel. Good morning to you. Let's say good morning to Petlin Bruno of Beaton. That's in the St. David's area. Good morning and happy birthday. Jetty John. How you doing this morning of La Fortune? Good morning and happy birthday to you. Nickel Alexander of Gore. Let me say good morning to Neon Grant of Nunparel, celebrating today. Good morning. Portia Williams of Springs, how you doing this morning? Good morning, happy birthday. Shaquille Antoine of Boca, good morning. How you doing? Goodness good out to her this morning. From her mom, that's Pamela, his dad Frankie, and they're all wishing her a happy birthday today. Let's say good morning to Marcia Dragon of Bailey's Bacolet. Good morning to her this morning from her mom Phyllis and all the other members of the family. Shondell St. Louis of Fortune, celebrating today. Shondell is actually 16 years old today. Sweet 16, man. Good morning and happy birthday going on to him. Happy birthday. Let's say good morning to Janelle Mock of Marley in St. Patrick. Good morning to Janelle. Greetings going on to this morning from her loving mom. That's Shirley and Mark. Shirley and Mark, wishing her a happy birthday. Let's say good morning to O'Neill Rang Logan of La Digue. Good morning and happy birthday. Greetings going out to him this morning from his mom, Sandra, his dad, and all the other members of the family. Cavell Brathwaite of Calavini, good morning. Also a second Cavell on my list this morning. This time is Cavell Noel of Bylands. Good morning. Let's say good morning to Lavini Adams. Yeah, of Stabber. She's also known as Stabbers of Moncraven. Good morning and happy birthday. Greetings going out to you this morning. Let's say good morning to Diona Filbert of Moncraven. Happy birthday. Matthew Alexis of Tivoli. Good morning. And Dexton Smith of Gore. Good morning and happy birthday. And finally on my list this morning we have Joel. That's Joel Joseph of Florida in St. John. Greetings going on to him this morning from Judy. And of course, his grandma, that's Lydia Joseph. They're all wishing him a happy birthday today. That's Joel Joseph. That's it for the birthday list this morning. I want to take a time to wish all who are celebrating today a happy birthday. Certainly hope that your day today will be an awesome one. And you will live to enjoy more birth dates to come around, all right? Have yourself an awesome day. All of you who are celebrating today, blessings going out to you as always. Hey Gary, we're suddenly back. That's we just wrapped up the birthday list there this morning. All the celebrants, I want to wish you folks a great day today. And those of you listening,
happy birthday to you.
Yeah, man. Hope you don't spoil the folks' birthday today, you know. Anyway.
That's why I stopped.
Anyway, so be back, Gary. Lots happening in the last couple of hours, Gary, from Will Smith. We have just learned of the last evening the sad passing of course, soca artist Black's. Condolences to his family out there, and not the kind of news you want to pass on at times, but when it happens,
this one hit me.
That one hit you.
I was driving yesterday. I heard the news and I was like, wow. Jeez. It was confirmed by his manager Giselle Gilino. Reported by The Guardian. 61 years.
Yeah, man.
But I didn't think he was that old.
I never thought of him being that old also, but
I didn't think he was that old.
condolences to the family.
It hits me.
Yeah, and it's not only a loss for the folks of Trinidad, it's a loss for the Caribbean as a whole. You know, being a great artist, I had the pleasure. I had the pleasure of interviewing him at least on 2 occasions. You know, and great individual to converse. Very humble guy to converse with, and condolences to his family once again, man. Deepest condolences, man.
Sad.
Yep.
Passed away. COVID-19 was the culprit in his death, and stark reminder that COVID is still here with us. Right? It hasn't gone anywhere.
Yep.
But it's sad the way he left, because he survived a close call. Last couple
in 2020 per se. Yeah.
2020. Yeah.
And then he was in hospital then for his lung and kidney issues. But
did an operation. And came back, had a very successful carnival season 2022, and only to succumb to COVID-19. It's like God has a plan. It seems like God has a plan. Well, apart from Gyal Owner, which is one of my favorites. You know what song I really enjoyed from Black's Wife?
What is it?
Hulk.
Yes, I was just going to say that. One of my favorite songs from him. That song has an embedded meaning per se. Also, you understand? There's a meaning.
He always produce songs with positive meaning.
Yeah.
I love that about him, and he has the same get on bad formula.
Yeah.
But just has that underlying.
Have you ever noticed his expression and how he brings out his music when he performs, Gary?
Oh yeah.
You understand?
Oh, yeah.
It's like he's singing from way down inside and just brings out whatever song he's singing at the time, man. And he certainly will be missed. And I know for sure his music will certainly live on for a long time to come. For real. Let's listen up to something from Black's live performance per se. Let's see how that goes this morning.
Let's celebrate the life he lived, and soak this in a little bit. Sad.
Yep. Sad though. Let's take this one from Master Control. You threw that out this morning. Let's go.
Probably his last performance live. I'm not too sure, but I'm thinking that probably would have been his probably last public appearance. That
more or less.
Particular video.
More or less. Let's take that video this morning. Let's go. Well, hope we could get that up and running shortly. And
in that video, you could have seen how he was mobilely restricted, huh?
Yeah. I was actually looking at a video of him a couple of weeks ago where he was actually doing an interview per se and speaking, and you could see the bit of his speech and even also
feeling hell.
Also, we may have a little bit of an issue in terms of the video running via Master Control, so we may have to move on just a wee bit, Gary. So sorry we weren't able to throw that out for you. We may have to come back to it sometime during the morning's broadcast. Guys, something I just wanted to throw to you quickly there, man. I was listening to news a while ago before we move on to what else we have scheduled. It's sad to hear what's going on in Jamaica in terms of the police being actually leaders of gangs in Jamaica. You understand?
Yeah,
you're not surprised.
It happens all over the world.
It happens all over the world, but thinking that they are the ones indulging in the investigation really deep, and it's been going on for a while. And now to find out that the real folks who are leading the gangs and so forth are actual police officers. You understand?
Not just one and two.
Not one and two. There's about 8. I mean, that's only who they have found out. That's who they found out about. It's crazy, man. It's crazy the things that happen.
It runs deep. The level of corruption runs really deep within the police force in Jamaica. Sad.
Man.
But we know our people here in Grenada, it's not like that.
Yeah, Grenada is a different place altogether, you know?
Big up to the RGPF same way, because they have, of course, made efforts in years gone by to ensure that any form of corruption it's stamped out.
They purged that. That been purged a long time ago. They didn't allow that. Wow, the world we live in, Gary. Worries you.
If Master Control, if you had the video by any chance, link it up so we can go with it.
Yeah,
if you have it, because I really want us to sit down and just celebrate the life of this great artist that has sadly left us all too soon.
Well,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Probably there's some
by the
issue.
way, speaking of Rich, the Spice Mass Corporation extend an invitation to all SMC registered judges and persons interested in becoming judges to their first in a series of workshops for Calypso, Groovy, Soca judges in preparation for Spice Mass 2022. Now, the first workshop takes place on Saturday, April 2nd, pardon me. All right. That's 2022. And that's going to be at the St. Andrews Anglican Secondary School, SAS, and that's going to be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday's workshop will be facilitated by 3 masters in the Calypso art form. Now, interested persons, please contact the Spice Mass Corporation on 440-0621 or email reception@spicemassgrenada.com to confirm attendance by Wednesday, March 30th, 2022.
You know, Gary, this has always been something I've always had an interest in, but just never had a reason to participate. Probably I'll try it out this year. What do you think, babe?
You'll
think I'm going to run into trouble?
You'll get stoned. I'm kidding. No, GT, I think you got actually, no, in all serious talk, I think you've got a really deep passion for the local art form.
I always been interested, but just never took the time out to
one of the prerequisites
to go to any of the workshops and so forth. I've just never made the time to do it, you know. But you know, going in the direction of 2022, everything seems to be different. I probably might just take up the offer, man, and then see if I could gain a little bit more knowledge about how the whole process runs, and you never know.
But I think they host workshops throughout the year, leading up to Carnival.
Yeah, but I guess they're just kicking it off now with anticipation of Spice Mass 2022. And I guess we're going to have all the various events coming up, so judges will be needed. You understand? Yeah.
We have an interview coming up this morning. We're going to be talking with Eugene Gittins. We got that coming up at about 7:45, 7:31. That is the time right about now. Let's talk about the Will Smith thing now.
Yeah, well, he's actually, know that he has actually sent out an official apology, you know, and he didn't do it at the night of the Oscars, but actually sent out an apology. Was it yesterday? I think it was an Instagram apology, you know, and where he has actually now apologized to the what's his name again? I'm slipping here.
Yeah, the Oscars.
Yeah, not only the Oscars, but he has also apologized to Chris Rock. You understand? He has also sent an apology to Chris Rock. And, you know.
Yes, he has a right to.
And
I've got his apology, if you'd allow me to just read it.
Go right ahead.
He said, violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive, said Smith in a statement issued by his publicist and posted on his Instagram. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line, and I was wrong, and I'm embarrassed. My actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. And he ended by saying, I'm a work in progress.
All right, man. I certainly understand where he's coming from. You know, sometimes people will do things at the spur of the moment. You understand? And and I understand his apology, and I hope the Academy, I hope Chris Rock, you know, accept his apology and so forth, and hope they can move beyond this. You understand? I certainly hope that.
If you guys listening, viewing us, and would like to, you know, participate in some way, shape, or form, you can let us know what you think about this whole situation, and let's give us your thoughts.
If you're an individual who follows those of course issues like that are happening, if you've probably been a fan of Will Smith, his movies, his music back then, and so forth, you know, and you want to chip in, so, you know, particularly tell us how you feel about the incident that occurred, and we will certainly entertain you via phone call this morning. And the number once again, 435-2041, 435-2041. Gary, we drew for a short break. Let's take it. And when we come back, we continue with the conversation, folks. It's Good Morning Grenada here on K105 Hot 98, also via GBN TV. Let's take that break. We're coming right back.
Join GBN on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. for Interesting Grenadians, a program that showcases the lives of interesting and outstanding Grenadians at home and abroad. It's Interesting Grenadians every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. on GBN. Don't you miss it.
Let's start the new year on a high, a detox high, because it's detox time again at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Check out our many detox packages starting from $100 or get 15% off on colonic irrigation therapy. Detoxing can help with liver and blood cleansing, weight loss, constipation, acid reflux, kidney stones, heavy metal removal, gas and bloating, and more. Call or WhatsApp us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. Ask about our delivery options. Visit us now. Bruce Street Mall, store number 1208, or Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. Our opening hours are Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Detox your way to health. These specials ends on March 31st or while stocks last.
So we're back live here on K105. We're also live via GBN TV. Let's say good morning to social media post platforms. Good morning, and thanks for, of course, sticking around with us this morning as always. Well, my pro Gary is still over there via Hot 98. Hasn't made contact with me as yet, but I'm seeing him. Right. Hey, lots happening, and we suddenly intro that. We have a chit chat coming up shortly, of course, with Mr. Eugene Gittins. You're going to be chit chatting with him shortly, and so let's get ourselves all geared up for that. Somehow my bro still on his side. They haven't checked in with me as yet. Let me see if I can get him in ready for me right now. Hey Gary, we're back, and you did mention we should be having Mr. Eugene Gittins with us. He's up and ready. Whenever we're ready to entertain him, we certainly will do that. And let's move on. Well, you know, Gary, we spoke a while ago pertaining to, and I'm seeing a couple of folks chiming in here via the WhatsApp, and someone said that we should take a look at a look at Chris' apology and read it out also in terms of what he said. You understand?
Well, actually,
I'm not sure if is it an official? Is it an official?
I was reading this morning that his camp has disassociated themselves from that apology. They said that did not come from Chris.
All right. So that's what I was worried about
Chris
also.
Threw it out in error and then they tried to do damage control. But it didn't come from Chris according to his camp.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Because I was taken aback with it also, and I was saying, I wonder if this is official. Because you know, folks just do things in the world today. You understand, and you think it's coming from the person originally, and it's not from them originally. So I was a little bit taken, aback with that, but. But then again, lots of folks are chiming in. You're saying, there's one individual also on the WhatsApp is saying poking fun at colleagues is okay in some circles, but when it comes to illness or medical condition, one needs to be more careful and sensitive to others' feelings, and there should be other apologies coming. You understand? So. And I guess with that last sentence that the person trying to say, probably more apologies coming in terms of from Chris Rock, maybe an apology should be coming from him when we do hear one official, if he actually do sends out one. You understand?
Well, no level of disrespect levied at Smith or his wife justified him, walking up on stage and slapping putting his hand on a big man. You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying, Gary, but put yourself in Will's position.
What would people say? Sticks and bones may never break my bones.
I understand where you're coming from, but Gary, my bro, think about it. Someone.
Nah, man.
You may not want
to get up and walk out of the academy and leave.
It's not a statement, Gary. There's a statement there's a saying that is easier said than done. You understand? We always know that think twice moment, take a second and think twice. I understand all of that, but sometimes the circumstances presents itself in a particular way that you just in thinking about that what the difference you could make if you do that, which you should. You understand? And I suddenly understand Will's position at the time. At the time, he just got into a point where he just wasn't thinking anything different. I mean, being in the location where he's at, being at the event that he's at, he just wasn't thinking anything different, and he just did whatever he did. It was not the right thing to do at the time, which I am saying, but things just happen. Imagine somebody being offensive to your wife, Gary, per se. You understand?
Sticks and bones.
You just holding your end. Man, I'm trying to understand, and you have all right still.
I understand.
Violence is not the way of dealing with things at all. Violence is. I'm not condoling violence at any level, but sometimes, man, you're.
But according to the Los Angeles Police Department on Sunday, it was aware of the incident. And what's interesting, they are saying that, but no one, or Chris in particular, is not pursuing any sort of, to make any sort of statement.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
he just not interested in filing any complaint. So we don't know if that's going to change.
All right. Well, I'm assuming this will blow away sooner or later. It's one of the hot topics around for now, and assuming that would probably just blow away.
Will Smith is writing a book right about now. He's writing a documentary
pertaining to his memoirs, right? I'm reading about that also. Would he include that? Would he include that in it? You never know, right?
Hold on. There are so many people that are convinced that this whole episode was staged. And I have my questions and I have my doubts too, because I find Chris Rell stiffen up before you get that box.
I actually saw someone, made a meme of it, and I'm watching it where he's actually he waited for that smack.
Hey, you know what's the interesting thing? Before even seeing that, I noticed he kept his hands behind his back. He kind of tilt forward with his neck. It's like anticipating.
Bring it on, right?
A real hard slap. You know what I mean? But we know this is going to go into Will's memoir, and the conspiracy theories still run wild.
Man. Well, we're still hoping for the best for this. We're hoping it was just a stunt. Maybe they'll come out and say it was a stunt or something that they, something that they put together. But for the mere reasons that it was for the respect to his wife that he claimed, so
disrespect,
the disrespect per se to his wife. I hope it was just a game they were playing per se.
But what upset him is the comparison to
G.I. Jane, right?
G.I. Jane. Because if Master Control has the picture, you could throw up the picture, the side-to-side picture of G.I. Jane and Jada. All right. Now you would notice that the G.I. Jane image is nothing close to Jada's appearance. So I could understand the disrespect and the insult received on Jada Smith's spot. But but I don't know if Master Control can throw that up. If he can, let's take a look at it.
Then
you probably could understand why he was so infuriated.
You know what gets me a lot about this, Gary, is the memes that people comes up with these when these things takes place, man. You know, folks who sit down and just comes up with, you know.
And the irony of it, G.I. Jane cheated on her husband with a younger guy too.
All right.
Let me tell you something. Will Smith has some serious house cleaning there. Yeah. Hey, next topic. We're moving on. Let
me move on. We do have Mr. Eugene Gittins. He's been sitting there, hoping absorbing a lot that we've been saying. So I guess we will probably get into entertaining him for a few minutes and see what he has to offer with us this morning. Good morning to you, Mr. Gittins. How you doing?
Hey, I'm okay, boss. Can you hear me okay?
We are hearing you great. Are you hearing us this morning?
I'm hearing you loud and clear, man.
I guess you would hear me. I hope you're hearing Gary. Yeah.
Gary, say something.
Yeah, man, I know you're going to hear me, man.
Yeah, man. Right. Listen,
I hear.
Well, you know, I listened to you all about this whole thing. It's sad to me, you know, that these two top, you know, African-American male celebrities were getting into this kind of stuff publicly. However, you know, one thing I would say, while I don't condone what Will did, you know, sometimes, as we say in our culture, joke is choke, eh? So
for real.
Yeah, boy.
That's the point I was trying to make to Gary, but he wasn't sided with me at all. I was trying to make that point to Gary, but he wasn't sided with me at all with it. You understand? Sometimes, you know, at the spur of the moment, man.
Hey.
Things become uncontrollable.
And bones can break my bone.
Sticks and stones, man.
Effect.
Yeah, but you can't get into violence at all. Violence won't solve it. We can't support violence. You can't go and just slap a man just so. Anyway, let me move on.
Let me move on. Enough of Will Smith this morning. Anyway, good morning to you, Mr. Gibbs, once again.
Hey, Mr. Gibbs, good morning. Welcome to, of course, Good Morning Grenada. Tomorrow is, of course, your show, which is, of course, Interesting Grenadians. Mm-hmm. And before we ask about the topic of tomorrow, where did the idea come about to start this whole Interesting Grenadian program?
Boy, good question, Gary. You know, as you know, I was doing Green's Music to the World, and I was pretty much promoting musical artists, right? And I realized, boy, I need to, given this opportunity, kind of go wider than just musical artists alone, you know? Go wider, because we have so many other interesting people in Grenada apart from just artists, you know? And the other thing that kind of caught my attention is what was happening to some of our young men, our youth. So, for example, you know, so many of our young men don't really achieve enough, maybe, as they should, academically. And those who do, we don't really give them the kudos that they deserve, you know? And, you know, it's not a really, it's not hard to understand. I mean, basically, if I go down and sing Jam and Wine, you know, I try a thing and you know, pretty soon I get $50,000 and my picture up on billboards or all over social media, then it's an incentive for me to go that route, you know, because why not? I mean, I could just do that and here I am. But what about the kids who spend a lot of time at their academics, who, you know, our aerospace engineers, our scientists, our doctors, our other kids? So to me, the idea, and generally other people in our society who have made contributions outside of just music. And I thought that, you know, it would be cool to really feature some of those people. And I was very, very impressed by the lady I featured last week, Dr. Lisselle Joseph. She is just, you know, she just represents so many things that are great about us. And I'm wondering to myself, you know, why don't more people know about her? You know, and why maybe isn't she on the cover of our phone book with a good write-up inside about the hard work she did to get where she is? You know,
why isn't there a billboard somewhere down by the airport?
You know, so that's what I'm saying. So we need to now balance our approach to our development by really, and that's my little job, my little role that I took onto myself is to just try to show all a more wide and broader aspect of our, you know, it's all culture really. It's all part of our culture. Yeah. All those things are part of our culture. So so that's it.
Yeah.
So in terms of tomorrow, Wednesday, sorry, today's Tuesday already.
Yeah.
What?
Time is on the move, man.
So in terms of tomorrow,
Stereotypes gets,
you know. So I have another very interesting young lady. As you know, March is International Women's Month. So in March,
I know March is the best month of the year. I know that much.
All right, so I try to feature as many women as I can in March. And so I have another woman on Wednesday tomorrow at 8 o'clock, GBN TV and social media platforms. And it is Dr. Deborah Ann Stevens-John. Yeah. And what's fascinating about her is that, again, another first for Grenada. She is our first female ringside doctor for amateur boxing. So when you're looking at them boxing bouts and you see that doctor on the side that goes up and try to fix them guys when they get knocked out or when they're taking some blows.
Cancel the match because of the injury.
Yep.
Right, and all those things. But this was the first week, and she, Dr. What's her name again? Stevens-John, is the first person in the region, first female in the region to be a ringside doctor for.
So not just boxing. Grenada.
No, in the region. So again, another first for us. And her story, how she got involved in that is very interesting. And, tune in tomorrow to check out that story. I want to invite everybody to tune in.
You can't spill all the beans on that info now. So folks got to tune in tomorrow and, of course, find out more about that. I mean, Mr. Gittins, there's so much interesting Grenadians with stories that we hear little or know about, or hear nothing about. You understand? I mean, it was also interesting for me to find out about the aerospace engineer being a Grenadian. Now you telling us about the feature that you'll be having tomorrow evening pertaining to this first ringside doctor. And there's so much more. Why do you think that we don't really hear much about these individuals in Grenada? Why do you think that? What's the main reason behind
it? That's a $1 million question. I just think we need to just, recalibrate and refocus and realize that it's important to really feature everyone to inspire the next generation. We have to inspire them broadly because our society, the development of our society involves everyone, not just some. And no matter what the contribution is, we need to feature it. And that's really the goal of the program. I must say, it takes a lot to do programs like this. It's a lot of money, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of stuff. So really and truly, when I started this program, it wasn't intended to continue forever. Right. So I am going to do it in seasons. And season 1, I plan to end this season at the end of April. Okay. So I have a couple more. So until the end of April, I will take a break at the end of April and hopefully start back later in the year. Right. So that is the plan for now. And also, I want to encourage people, if they want to see the older programs, because there are a lot of really interesting people who went by. If you want to see some of the older programs, go to the GBN Facebook page, or you can go to my Facebook page. All the programs are there. All the links to the programs are there. And my Facebook page is simple, Eugene Gittins, EUGENE, Gittins with an S. And check them out.
All right. All right, Mr. Gibson, thank you so much. I also like that particular one. Gary, did you ever look at the one Grenada's first millionaire? That was an interesting one. That was actually a very interesting. That was a very interesting one.
Who was that person, Gitz?
S.A. Francis. When you drive down Lansepin, you see a little road mark, S.A. Francis on the side on your left going down. Mm-hmm. Well, S.A. Francis was one of a very interesting life, very fast. Again, go look at that one, Gary.
Yeah, you got to look at that one, Gary. You will be fascinated.
So there's a street in Lansepin named after him.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to become a millionaire.
Yeah.
Well, you're close, man.
I can touch it. I can feel it. I can taste it.
Is there something with Gary not telling me, man? I don't know.
Anyway. Just keep abreast of Gary's post. Keep abreast of Gary's post, man. On his way.
All right, man. All right.
You better believe it.
Anyway, man.
Good chatting with you all, man.
All right, Mr. All right, man. Have a good morning. Thanks once again. All right. It's Good Morning Grenada here on K105 Hot 98, also via GBN TV. And we certainly have been chatting there to Mr. Eugene Gittins. Get set, folks. Listen up to that program tomorrow evening. You certainly will enjoy the whole lot and learn a whole lot. Gary, 10 minutes ago before the top of the hour, it's time for tuning over. I think I have a lineup this morning. Well,
I'll let you go first because I don't know. I haven't connective issues here.
Okay.
So let me try and sort that out.
All right.
Yeah, man.
All right. So let me go first. Let me hit you off with my tune this morning, and see if you could come with something that could actually defeat this song this morning here on Good Morning Grenada. Let's go. Hey, Gary, I actually got up to make a little dance with the song there. I didn't realize I was still live on the TV. Could you imagine that? I imagine that, man. Everybody was probably watching me. Everybody probably watched me get up walking around this morning. Oh, how's that? Well, it's all good. It's all live TV, man. It doesn't matter. So, Gary, look at that. 6 minutes moving on before the top. What do you have to offer this morning for the folks there? And I hit you off with my scholar this morning. Permission. And don't forget, folks, you could vote via, of course, Facebook. We do put up that, of course, that option there for you. You can also send your in via WhatsApp to the songs you like the most. So, Gary, it's time for you to go, man. It
seems like we're rolling without rolling deep.
Yep.
Without diving gears this morning. You know what I mean? So we gotta try to see how we can make things happen here. I need you to play this song for me. The song that I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna give GT a time to pull it up, is from the late and the great who recently passed away, Blacks. And this one is called Hulk. So GT, see if we can pull this one up.
I'm trying favorites. As we speak, I'm trying to see if I can.
Internet issues too?
Yeah, I'm having a little bit of connection issues there for some reason.
I can't seem to connect to YouTube. I can't seem to connect to Facebook. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but I think I should be able to take care of you, man. I think I should be able to take care of you.
Yeah. Go ahead and play that tune now, man.
Yeah. Let's just do this. Let's just do this.
Yeah.
So my problems is like steroids, boy. I get my doses from all kinds of sources, and all of them still can't kill me now. You see, as them sink me under ISO, ride on the storm and just Shuffle them. Rip up my shot and mash up my jeans and step on my problems. Then what we gonna do? Shuffle them.
Feel Like Hulk. And once again, that was the track there by Blacks. That's Gary's selections this morning for the late artist. Last evening, he passed away sometime yesterday, per se, sorry. And well, condolences, man. Hey, Gary, that was our two songs this morning, Scholar Permission and Hulk there by Blacks. We have a call on the line this morning. Let's see if this caller is going to be participating and telling us which of the two songs he's feeling or he or she is feeling the most. Good morning.
This last one.
You like the Hulk? All right, man. Thanks a whole lot. Hey, Gary. So one up for you there with Hulk. Yeah, this morning, and we only have a couple of minutes left on the show this morning. Just about 2 minutes or so before we wrap up.
While we await, a few folks chime in via Facebook. Big up to Alistair. He says here, conflict resolution people, we are human too, although professionalism should have been foremost on their mind. Speaking about the Will Smith, Chris Rock's situation. A lot of people are losing their hair. She looks good. She looks great according to Diane. Her condition is not secret because she has publicized it. Correct is right. And then Monet is saying, you are right, Gary. He, meaning Will Smith, he's got serious problems at home. And he needs to do some serious house cleaning, as I suggested. But hey, let me tell you something. Jada ain't innocent in all of this. Who get to have with Jada? So, yo,
we don't want to
Jada is a kind of woman.
You better not get entangled in that situation this morning, Gary. For some reason or the other, anyway. Anyway, hey Gary, it's wrapping up time for the show this morning. We got BBC News coming up next. You seem like you have topped it off. Just like I see 2 votes coming in already, and it's all Gary. What's up? What's up with everybody
Peter on Facebook is also saying Blacks. Nice music. I will take win this morning. Rest in peace, Black. Sorry we couldn't play any of his videos this morning, but hey, there's always another day and we'll make amends tomorrow.
All right, so we wrap up Good Morning Grenada for today, folks. Up next, BBC News.
Russia's route from the occupied...